of their record.
And for the Warriors, they look like a team on a mission. We knew coming into this season that they were going to be one of the teams to beat. They've done nothing to change anyone's mind about that.
That's for sure. I mean, expectations were high for these guys, and they've more than lived up to the hype.
Last season, Kobe, with some thoughts on the development of U.S. players last season, felt that the AAU system, Clark, was problematic.
And I would not disagree specifically in this regard. Too much focus on playing games and winning versus skill development.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Now, let's see some numbers here on Steph Curry. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. Putting up about 25 points per game, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds. And you know, pretty terrific numbers across the board.
Yeah, so many books in his library, he lights up the scoreboard on a nightly basis.
Stolen by Clarkson. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist.
Oh, he's got such great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Now we'll check across the NBA the best shooters from the stripe. Number 1, Steph Curry.
You know, they typically don't make the highlight reel free throws, but I tell you what, they do make a difference as to whether you win or lose. Knocking them down is critically important.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
You can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
And the Lakers making a change here. Williams has checked in. Lakers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And guys, looking at Roy Hibbert, just a mountain of a man, listed these days at about 7'2", 290 pounds, with a wingspan of a pterodactyl. I mean, a true game changer inside when he's motivated and on his game.
Lakers trail by 20. Back to Williams. Pulls from the top of the key. Los Angeles with another miss. Warriors have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Bogut kicks to Green. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Kobe Bryant. Well, talking about Roy Hibbert, he doesn't just have size. He has a strong lower body, too. Very hard. And you know this, Clark. You worked for the organization. You saw it firsthand. Very hard to back that guy down in the post.
Yeah, and for years he's worked on ways to complement that size with improved training and footwork, even indulging in MMA one off season. And I'll tell you what, he'd be one scary super heavyweight if he went the full distance in MMA.
Agreed. So it's the Warriors now. Thompson outside. For the 3. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the 3rd.
And how about the numbers on Draymond Green? Some nice work from him over the last 10 games. 15th in steals, 15th in blocks. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And as we've been seeing, I mean, he's a difficult defender to bring the ball up against. Quick feet and quick hands.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Well, it seems like he's gotten a little loose with it since halftime. His fingers may be a little slick or slippery. He went from no turnovers in the first half to quite a few here in the second.
Larry Nance has checked in for the Lakers. And Golden State also making a change. Iguodala's checked in. Azili the pass to Thompson. And Hibbert with the block. Here's Green. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Green's got 4 points in the quarter. And here is Los Angeles now. Nance outside from 17 feet out. No good. Great D that time from Green. And an intentional foul right there.
And a lot of teams are looking for coaches that embrace analytics and look at data-driven approaches. Coach Scott is not one of those guys. He's an old-school coach who goes with his own perception.
Ian Clark's checked in for the Warriors. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the 3rd. Williams inside the line. And that one comes up a bit short. The Warriors have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Here is Livingston. He's guarded by Williams. Iguodala. Here's Ezeli, and he dunks it down.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Russell. Spates checked in for the Warriors. Livingston kicks to Spates. On the wing, Nance. Los Angeles with another miss.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
It's Iguodala with the drive.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And Iguodala knows just how deadly his teammates can be from outside, and he looks for them to get their shot before getting his own. I think this situation for him in Golden State's perfect for his skill set.
The Warriors making a switch here. Barbosa's checked in, and the slam dunk by Iguodala.
Wow, just look at that lead. Both ends, they have been the team in control.
Yeah, and they put the fans simply on mute. They've not had anything to cheer about, and they've been silent.
The Warriors have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Rush comes in for Andre Iguodala, and Curry subbed in for Ian Clark.
Kevin, right now, they're doing a good job at the line. They're hovering around 83, 84, 85% from the stripe. That's good stuff. I mean, that's well done.
.24 seconds left to play in the third. The drive by Green. Rebounded by Clarkson.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
To the inside. It's stolen by Bass. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
5 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Bogut kicks to Barbosa. Back to Bogut. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And so it's the Lakers with it. Brandon Bass is out there with Brown. Then it's Young, and it's Black in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Laker 5. The Warriors shooting has been just uncontainable, 72%. Ezeli can't get it to go.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
But they get it back. And again, no good by the Lakers. And here are the Warriors now. For the finish, it's hauled in by Brown.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
And that one's good. And here are the Warriors now. Here's Ezeli. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Brown dishes to Young. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Curry outside. No good. And the Lakers going the other way now. Now the feed to Bass.
And, you know, for Brandon Bass, such a big asset to Boston last year, and they're pushed to make the playoffs, especially after the Celtics have traded away several key veterans. His toughness, his strong mid-range game, that all helped.
Russell, he's checked in for the Lakers. Then for the Warriors, Spates checked in for Bogut. Ian Clark comes in for Leandro Barbosa. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Livingston. And he uses the glass on the layup. And going back to Brandon Bass, he was Boston's only enforcer down low once Sullinger went out with a broken foot. At that point, Greg, no one thought the Celtics would make the playoffs, but Bass helped push them in.
And last season, one of the most meaningful in Bass's career in terms of his contributions really counting toward the bottom line. A lifetime role player. The outcomes of many games last year were swayed by how well he performed.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Ryan Kelly comes in for Brandon Bass, and it's Bryant in for Young.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off. Well, this is nothing new. There is some debate on how successful max contracts have been in the NBA. A lot of players have demanded max contract money, but haven't lived up to the pay. And in my opinion, there are only about 15 guys worthy of max contracts in the league in any.
That athletic.
Yeah.
And guys, you don't think this fella can do some major damage if he gets an opening to the rim.
GA, they just learned that lesson the hard way. They better put a little bit more effort into their tee the next time down.
Big time play at the basket right there, fellas.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Los Angeles has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. And Russell with the basket on the assist by Brown.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending it.
Rush's shot is off. And Los Angeles guys shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. Kelly, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Warriors have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Over to the wing. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Clark. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capabilities.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And words can hardly describe the way these guys have come out game after game and been dominant facing both conferences. When they hit the 72 win mark, we thought it couldn't continue. And when they rewrite the record books once more, we'll say, wow, we were glad we watched it all. What a team.
And we've come to expect nothing less from one of the league's elite players, but another tour de force for Curry. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again. This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
Feeds it to Spates. From 13. Can't get it to go. Nice D by Kobe. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And the Lakers get it back.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Here's Rush. And that one's good.
And this is going to be a fantastic result for them. No win on the road comes easy.
Not in the NBA, they don't. And trust me, they're going to take a little extra pleasure in this win, having silenced an entire building of hostile fans.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, with the game out of reach, intentional fouls don't mean anything. It's just an exercise in futility. Let the clock go.
Yeah, I agree with you, Clark. Just doesn't really make a lot of sense at this point.
Here is Bass. No good. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look